Click it.
Click it, like it, share it.
Good evening!
Hello!
Welcome
We
to...
don't have to do the same thing every time.
Well, I like my good evening. It's like my...
He's good evening. I'm just, hello.
Hope you guys are doing good. So we missed last week.
Because of Christmas!
Yeah.
Christmas!
We had a lot going on, so hope you guys had a good Christmas. I know we did.
We had a good Christmas.
Yeah, it was awesome. Lots of
We'll
relaxing
talk
time.
about that later, though.
Yeah.
Because in this episode 12,
Right. So last
reviewing 2019.
So last episode of the year, we thought it'd be cool to just kind of...
Wait, what was our episode not last week, but the week before, babe?
It was how to be your best self. So I actually came with that episode by myself, obviously. It was a little sketchy because I was doing it in my car, but I thought it'd be kind of interesting and
Yeah, it was a little dangerous.
cool. Yeah. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes, I was
Oh yeah,
watching
you guys
at work.
You guys were watching it live at work.
Yeah.
So everybody at work, at her work, was watching it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys saw, but at the end of the video, I actually did find a parking spot finally, and then actually found my wife as well. So
I had a bag over my head.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I don't know if my phone, it was kind of having trouble trying to pick up service. So
Yeah, because McGuire's it doesn't do service.
Right.
Yeah.
So it started lagging really bad, and then I got inside. I saw it get all pixelated. So, but
Yeah.
I actually did end it with her, and
He brought me sushi.
Yep.
It was good. Me and my crew actually ate all of it.
Yep.
I shared.
So,
Anyways, for this episode, we're just going to review maybe not each month, but some things from each month, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, we thought it would be cool this episode to just kind of review 2019,
Yeah.
everything that's happened in our
'Cause
lives.
there's been a lot, and then
It's been ups and downs as there are
like
each year.
always.
It was crazy when we sat down working on this episode, and we started going through the months and everything, and how we actually figured out what happened 12 months ago, 11 months ago, through the whole year, as Amanda was flipping through
My pictures.
her pictures on
Because
Facebook.
I take pictures of... No, not even on Facebook. It was just my gallery.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm yelling again. It was my gallery. So I was just looking through pictures on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we knew what exactly happened that month.
Yeah, so we reviewed our whole year.
So
I would
you're
actually,
welcome.
Right. I would actually encourage you guys to do the same thing. It was really cool to look back on this last year and be like, oh yeah, and then
We
like
did this and that.
and see how we've grown and how different things that have happened to us and stuff have changed. And
Yeah, that's me saving all my pictures. And I take pictures all the time.
of everything.
So you're welcome for this episode.
So, without further ado, 2019 in review.
My name's Amanda.
My name's Matt.
Welcome to Happy Hour. Da, 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 da. That's our
Is that
intro.
this? One of these?
Da, 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 da.
So, before we begin, also, as usual, got my Facebook Live, got Happy Hour's Facebook Live, and then we have our HD that's going to be uploaded to YouTube later this evening. So,
You'll see all my bumps I have. Anyways.
by bump, she just broke out a little bit. It's just been a stressful end of the year. Yeah. I didn't want anybody to misconstrue in my bumps. And then we just move on. Everybody's like, what bumps?
Well, I said bumps that you could see, so obviously it'd be on my face.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So, beginning of this year, I was working at, I don't know...
January.
Basically, the first quarter, I was hitting Panama. Yeah, I was hitting Panama City a lot. After Hurricane Michael, I was out there a lot, trying to purchase a lot of properties, trying to help out as many people as I possibly could. And as a result, I was working like 12, 14-hour days.
I hardly ever saw him.
Yeah.
Because I work as well.
Yeah. It was extremely, it was fun, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to touch as many people's lives as I did.
Well, yeah, of course, but it's still stressful and hard, especially on families.
Yeah. It was definitely a lesson for us. It was really successful for me at that point in time. I was buying a lot of properties. We were making a lot of money. But as a result, like, I would leave. It takes 2 hours to get to Panama City from where we live. And so I would leave my house, at...
Almost 2 hours. It depends on what part of Panama he's in.
Right. But depending on in traffic and stuff and so on. It was worse in the beginning than it is now by far. But I was out there. I would leave the house at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I wouldn't be back home until like 8.
7, 8, yeah, 9.
Yeah, and then I had to do more work from home, another couple hours of work.
So I had to leave him alone.
And then there was just nothing of me left, to share.
We'd kiss each other goodnight, and then that's about it, and then it'd be all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Same day. Or different day, same shit.
Yeah. So it was a big lesson for us in understanding how important it is that we have time together.
Yes.
Because it really put a strain on our relationship and our marriage.
We fought a lot.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it wasn't like knocked. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I was super.
We
stressed.
argued a lot. We didn't like fight.
Right.
But we argued. There was a lot of arguing.
Because we got a very small window to communicate in, and when we did communicate, I wasn't at 100% by any stretch of the imagination.
Right. His mind was focused on work and nothing else, pretty much. His family took the back burner.
Yeah. And so anybody out there that works those long hours, if you can do it, great, but always remember what you're doing it for. That was my big lesson that I learned at the beginning of this year, is that, yes, money's great, being successful is great, and helping a lot of people is great, but ultimately I'm doing it for this person right here. And so I got to make sure that my energy is manageable.
Right. So another thing that happened during the month of January is this past year, well, I guess it was last year, I got Employee of the Month. So he actually became my plus one, finally, at an event to my...
It was a war ceremony and dinner. Yeah,
it was like McGuire's Employee of the Month Christmas party type of thing. Yeah. And so it was fun. We dressed up. He wore a suit and tie, and I had my black dress on. Yeah.
We looked sharp.
We did. We looked really good. Maybe we can put a picture up or something.
Yeah, we can.
I didn't win anything. Just Employee of the Month. That's why I got to go. I'm hoping this year, fingers crossed, that I get Employee of the Year. Because if I get Employee of the Year, I get $1,000. I was to use that $1,000.
I was super proud of her. That, like Amanda said, I've had in my professional career, I've had like Christmas dinners and awards and stuff. I've always had kind of something going on every year. Yeah. This year was the first year that this was
last year.
Yeah, this is really the first job that she's really put herself into, and I was just so proud of her to see her and progress and grow.
This is the first job that I have never called out. And it's been almost 2 years, and I've never called out at this job.
And it's not that you have never gotten sick.
Right.
Because you've been dog sick.
Right.
Yeah.
So, props to myself.
Yeah.
Proud of myself. It's because the job's so easy. Sorry. I stand there and say, welcome to McGuire's. Would you like to see some shirts? Like,
there's more to it than that, but
yeah, I have to sell, but it's easy to sell when the rich people come in.
Yeah, you tend to oversimplify what everybody does. Explain what I do for a living. What is it? What? That's me typing on the phone, driving, honking, and throwing shit out the window. Again, there's more to it than that.
I do simplify. No, your job is hard. I'm not saying that, but I couldn't do it.
After that, stemming from that whole experience, I kind of talked about when I was just so busy in Panama City, and I started to realize I can't keep doing this to myself. I have to set aside time for my wife, and so we actually rented a cabin in the woods.
It was fun. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes outside Mobile. But it was just a couple-hour drive from where we're at. But it was on
because Matt can't do more than like 3 hours in a car ride.
I'm not a fan, but it was on acreage. It was like it wasn't a studio. It had 2 levels. Like you walked in, and it was open floor plan back to the kitchen with a bathroom off to the left, and
it had spiral staircases.
Yeah, a spiral staircase to the top level where the master suite was. King size.
It wasn't a master suite.
Well, where the master bedroom, like loft area was.
It's a loft. It had a king size bed, but it was like these cheap ass beds. Like, how do you, like camping beds? Like, I don't even know how to explain it.
It wasn't a Sealy Posturepedic, but
yeah, they were pushed together, and then we had 2 more separate like twin beds, and then we had a hammock hanging from the ceiling.
But it was cool, man.
With nothing else. There was a TV, but there was no internet, nothing.
Yeah, it was.
But Thor got to come with us, so that was fun. He went crazy. Like, as soon as he got out of the car, he went through the whole entire like woods. It was awesome to see him like explore and stuff.
Yeah, what we were really seeking was like a social detox.
Yes.
Just away from everybody.
Plus, we were on the river.
Yeah. We were away from everyone. We could be exactly who we were. There was no expectations.
I hardly wore clothes.
Neither did I. And there was you would walk out, like, I remember when we got there and we finished unloading the truck and everything. We went out to the front patio and there was like a fire pit and some trails.
That's
and stuff.
where we went, to the fire pit where all the lights were.
Yeah, and we just sat there in silence, and I was like, "Babe,"
It was quiet as hell.
I was like, "Babe, do you hear that?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "Exactly.
Right.
Like, there's nobody here but us."
I heard owls. Mm-hmm. That was the coolest.
It was like
thing.
a whole family of owls. Like, they were like talking to each other in the trees. It was a trip.
My owl shirt. I got my owl shirt on. It's probably these kind of owls.
Yep.
No, I don't know.
But
it was fun, and it had the bathtub was a claw bathtub.
That's cool. Yeah.
Matt had to help me in and out because I'm too short to get in it.
Yeah. If she was gonna get out of it, she'd kind of have to like leap.
Yeah, it was awkward, but we had fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was. We brought food with us, or we actually went to a restaurant that was right down the street and just brought it back. And
Well, it was like half hour away. It was back in Mobile.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so much fun. So yeah, I would encourage couples out there.
What'd you do there? What'd you do in the woods, babe? That's illegal.
So I brought.
Well, I was doing illegal things too, I guess. But you did really illegal things.
I brought my piece with me, and
Don't call it a piece
What?
like that. Don't go, I brought my piece with me.
that's how I talk.
What?
I brought my firearm, and or
It's
the
nine.
one I was
Mama, no.
one I was thinking about buying actually, Sean. But
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
I had never fired a Glock before, and I was like, yeah, I want to pop
We
off.
can tell.
I want to pop off a couple rounds. What I didn't think about though is that this cabin is in the woods, but it's in a valley,
Echo.
and we were at the bottom of said valley. And so I just walked out, and Amanda was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just gonna fire a couple rounds." And it just into the ground at this tree trunk is where I was firing. And anyways, it was a lot easier to squeeze.
I took a video. I'll send the video through our thing too.
It was a lot easier to squeeze, and it was a lot louder.
Easy trigger.
A lot louder than I anticipated because the sound had nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
And so I
You
squeezed
should have
it.
seen his pants when he got done.
Whatever. It was like boom, and Amanda's like, "Matthew, you can put that fucking gun in the truck now."
I did not sound like your mom. Oh, hey,
Thor.
buddy. Thor's like, you're talking about the cabin?
Right.
Hi, buddy.
He's gonna knock down.
I don't care. It's Thor. He
Yeah.
gets to do whatever he wants.
But anyways, it was an absolute blast. So I would encourage
Yeah.
other couples out there to take trips like that where it's just you guys, or if you can't, bring the kids too. But yeah, just to get away and do more stuff like that because we really grew closer from it, and it was a lot of fun. Hi, Bubba.
Sorry, he's just cracking me up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he took that and did you tell him about the black snake? Thor saved us from a black snake.
Yeah.
We were walking towards the river and Thor was in front of us and he something spooked him so he jerked and we looked down and it was a mass. I mean, it was a pretty good sized black snake. It was massive.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, not going over there. And we saw a huge swan.
Mm-hmm.
There was really cool things.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We rode
I wanted to
bikes.
see an alligator, but yeah, I rode a bike with flat tires.
It was still fun.
It was fun. All right, so March, the first thing we did was I went to Mardi Gras with my girlfriends, and
I said Mardi Gras.
What did I say?
Nothing. I just said Mardi Gras.
Oh, I thought you meant Mardi Gras.
No, because the sound was getting a lot louder. Calling the police.
Brian's calling the police on us.
Please.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, Florida PD don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. Anyways, but I went to Mardi Gras with my girlfriends, which was fun, but in that whole time, I had a panic attack, the whole day and a half we were there. So that wasn't fun. But other than that, everybody got a lot of beads.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of cool stuff. We bought shirts that said Trouble 1, Trouble 2, Trouble 3. Me and one of the girls aren't friends anymore, but oh well.
I was mildly concerned that my wife was at Mardi Gras with two other girls, but that's okay.
We went to Mardi Gras last year though too, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's fun every time we go. And then
We got Loki this year.
we got Trouble.
Yep, we got
He
him.
was born on February the 14th.
Valentine's Day,
Our
baby.
Valentine's baby.
Yeah.
He's the sweetest, but he can be an asshole.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean, he listens, but when we're sitting down eating, he's like, he has to be right there, and we're like, no, get back. You're not supposed to be there.
And I have trouble understanding he's still young.
He's still a puppy.
Right, but
He thinks he's full grown and is like in his 30s.
Well, the thing of it is like he knows what's right from wrong. He knows when he's not supposed to do something because I've seen him contemplate things before.
Yeah, but you do the same thing.
Like I'll see him like if Thor's bone, right? He knows that that's Thor's bone. He's not supposed to touch it. Even Thor will growl at him if he gets close. But then like Thor will get up, get a drink of water, and then Loki be like looking at me as he's slowly going to the bone.
I think he's just trying to sniff it. I don't think he's trying to bite on it. I've never seen him with his bone in his mouth.
Anyways, he's mischievous little shit. I tell you that. Yeah.
He's just like his father.
Mischievous. But
not his biological father, of course.
All right.
He's so cute, though. I know you guys have probably seen tons of pictures because that's all I ever post. Mm-hmm. But anyways, go on. Move on to April.
April. We actually had, so who just walked in, Thor. He actually
Big
had
boy.
Yeah, he had a mask growing on his hip. And it started out as like really small, like that big. I'm trying to show all the cameras like that big.
Fucking mint. If anybody knows what that's off of.
Right. It started out as like a golf ball.
Mint.
But in 2 or 3 months, maybe longer, maybe 4 or 5 months, it got to
like,
where it was.
No, it was like this big.
Yeah.
Like it was like almost the size of my head.
Yeah, we took him to the vet and they took a needle and stuck it in there into the mass. And
they couldn't figure out what it was.
Tried to do a biopsy. Yeah. There was this fatty tissue, they couldn't figure it out. And so we had to take the big boy in to get it removed because it just kept growing and growing and growing.
It was 7 pounds. Mm-hmm. That's how big it was.
Yeah.
Isn't the brain 7 pounds?
I don't know.
I thought that it was.
I think it weighed more.
The brain weighed more?
Yeah, I think our brain weighs more. If you know how much the brain weighs, comment now.
I thought it was 7 pounds, but I could be wrong.
But yeah, it was huge, man. And they showed us pictures like of when he was in
surgery.
surgery.
They still haven't sent those, by the way. I still want those.
Right. They showed us pictures of when he was actually in surgery, and it was
just
like
brains.
Yeah, it was like this.
It was weird.
I won't get too detailed, but
it was like brains. It was weird.
It was nasty. It was
but he was out for about what? Almost 2 weeks. Like when did he have to get his staples out? Because he had stitches. He had stitches and staples.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was about 2 weeks for him to get the.
Yeah, he had a draining tube in as well. Like we had to walk. Like there was blood all over our floor all the time.
Yeah, it was weird.
There was no way we could keep it. Like we tried to put some of his boxers on, just to keep it right there, but it was soaked.
He was walking around with Daddy's boxers on. It was pretty funny.
Matt threw those away afterwards.
Yeah,
just FYI, he does not wear those.
I didn't hold on to them. There was no sentimental, right? But yeah, we tossed them.
Yeah, but he did good after that. I mean, even with his surgery, he still wanted to jump on the bed, jump. Like, he had to stay downstairs. He wanted to come upstairs. He still jumped on the couch.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't supposed to.
Like, it was a gnarly cut, dude. Like, it was, like, that long.
He never cried. We never gave him pain pills because he wasn't in.
Yeah.
We gave him his antibiotics, but that was it. He was never in pain. Or if he was, he didn't show it. Like, he was still being Thor.
Yeah, the most pain-tolerant animal I've ever
Even the vet said that.
Yeah, it was
that he
crazy.
has a very high tolerance for pain.
Mm-hmm.
But
and then we had another
also
surgery.
we had my surgery. Well, it was kind of a surgery. I mean, I wasn't put out. I was supposed to be put out, but I wasn't.
God, I was pissed. So I think we've told the audience about the PCOS thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We told them about me having PCOS.
Yeah. So with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome,
word I can't say.
She had a cyst growing on her cervix.
It was a polyp.
Polyp. And the doc was concerned enough about it that when he saw it with her annual, he said, yeah, I want to get this taken out in 2 weeks.
Well, he would poke it and it would just automatically bleed. Like, he didn't understand how I was not in pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I was when he was poking it,
right,
but...
Right. So,
sorry,
yeah.
graphic.
So Thor had his removed, and then we had to have Amanda surgery as well. So it was a clusterfuck. Like, I remember...
Well, I had to take... What did I take before I had to go in? They gave me pills.
Right, but leading up to that, it was supposed to be like she was going to go in. There was an anesthesiologist, put her under. They would go in, remove it, and then she would be groggy the rest of the day, and I just had to watch her.
Right.
Well, this all happened so fast, and I said, do you have an idea how much it would be? And the doc's like, probably somewhere around $1,500, something like that. I said, okay, that's manageable. I can handle that. So... we don't have health insurance, and so I 3 days 3 days before the surgery, I I've been trying to contact the operations center, whatever they
Which
call
was
it.
just right next door.
Right. I've been trying to get in touch with somebody to get an idea what the price was, get expectations, blah, 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 blah. And everybody had kind of given me the runaround. Well, finally, 3 days before the surgery, I call and I'm like, hey, I need to know, like, what to expect. And I finally talked to somebody with a brain in their head. And they're like, yeah, and they gave me a quote for like $6,000. $6,000.
And you had to pay, what, $2,000 that day?
No, I had to have 50% at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I didn't have $3,000 at the time.
Right.
And I was like, I was expecting like $1,500. I was like, that's basically what I got right now. And they're like, okay, well, I'm sorry, we can't do the surgery.
Like, we couldn't make payments. Like, we
Right.
had to pay right then and there. And that's not from my doctor. That was from this other surgeon.
Yeah. And so I was pissed, man. And so
Yeah.
I called Dr. Silvers for Amanda, and then that's...
And he's really nice.
Yeah.
They let us make payments and everything. But anyways.
So that's when we actually scheduled her. He's like, all right, I can do it myself, but I don't have an anesthesiologist, and so we're just going to make her happy. You were happy.
I wasn't happy when they were shooting me with needles down there. And then the burning sensation.
Mm-hmm.
But so what they did is they gave you, what, Xanax or some shit like that?
A Xanax, a pain medicine, and then another, like, nerve.
Yeah. So I was feeling pretty good. I was like loopy, like blah, blah, blah. But then we get into there, and Matt gets to sit right next to me, and obviously I'm spread. Anyways, and so the doctor gets in there, and he takes this long-ass needle, and he's jabbing it in there, like making sure I'm numb, and he had to do it like 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started burning and hurting really bad, so my medicine was not, like, the pills that I had were not working anymore. And so I just kind of laid there like this, and then all of a sudden, like, I couldn't feel anything. And so I was happy. Like, me and Matt were talking. I was actually making the doctors laugh. And I was laughing so hard that I was taking the, what are those called? The clamp thingy?
I don't know.
It's like the duck mouth thingy. What's it called?
That actually get...
That opens me up. Yeah,
Right.
what's it called?
I don't know.
Anyways, I was laughing so hard that I was pushing it out, and so the doctor was laughing like, you need to stop this.
Right.
Because essentially what they do is he burnt it off. Like, he cut down in there and then he burned all of it out.
Cauterized.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, it was so bad.
But yeah, I just
But
kept
I
her...
was down for just a weekend.
Yeah. But I just kept her focused, like, here, so... And I was trying to keep her
Well, I
mind
was
off that
fine.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I was laughing, and I was like, oh, we're done? Oh, okay. I could do this every day.
Right.
June, we went back home to Kansas City because my Grandma Parr, or Faye, as some of you may know her, she actually passed away. So we didn't have to do, I guess, but we did my stepmom did a celebration of life for her, which her whole family was there. Most of, if not all, her family was there,
Mm-hmm.
and then we came up for it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, we stayed there for a week.
We stayed with our friends Chris and Stephanie, which was fun.
Yeah.
Especially staying there with Ash and Ember.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun.
We kind of came to the realization that was probably our last trip back to KC.
Yeah, we probably won't ever come back to KC. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Our place is so much better. It's beautiful here.
Y'all are welcome to come visit, man. But after this last... Not to say we didn't love seeing everybody, but just being in the town, it was just like, I'm over it. Yeah, I was looking around, I was like, I think I'm over it. And Amanda said, yeah, I am too. Like, I don't want to come back here. So
It's just depressing now.
a lot of bad memories and just, yeah. August, your brother came down?
Yep. My brother, sister-in-law came down.
First time on a plane?
Matt's first time on a plane. Yeah, which was crazy.
First time seeing the ocean?
Uh-huh. Stepping in the ocean. He loved it. Mm-hmm. They both loved it.
Yeah.
We took him out to McGuire's, of course, and had the best steak ever.
Yeah. I was grateful that we were in the position to be able to help them get down here, too, so they could experience it.
Yeah. It was for his birthday, his 30th birthday.
Yeah.
So I had to do something big for him, obviously. It's his 30th.
Yeah, it was cool, though, man. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, went to the beach. Didn't they get to see some, like, crazy animals? I can't remember. Oh, didn't Dustin find that pufferfish, or that lionfish? Mm-hmm. I think my brother saw the lionfish. It was like a little baby lionfish. Saw some jellyfish, I think.
Yep.
Took him to Crab Island. Cousin Jenny came with us. That was a lot of fun. We tried to outrun a thunderstorm.
Yeah, we rented a boat. And was that when we got boarded? Was with Matt?
Yeah, when the cops stopped us.
First time I've been like boarded. Like Matt, her brother was like, I think the police or whatever.
Well, one of the cops honked at you. One of the boat police or whatever honked at you and was like, slow down, because he was going too fast in the wake zone. And so we were all telling him to slow down, and he must have not slowed down enough, because all of a sudden we look back and it's like whoop whoop, and it's like these blue lights, and we're like, what the hell? And he's like, stop. And so Matt finally stopped, and they got on and did a check.
Yeah, pro tip, like in Florida, you can get boarded for whatever. They don't have to have a reason to come on board.
Right.
So that was crazy. But it was crazy, and
nobody was drinking.
Yeah.
We all had pops.
I was like, it was the most comfortable I've been in that situation in my entire life. I was like, I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi right now. Like, go ahead, whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, I was a little worried for a reason, but...
Anyways. So yeah, that was fun. We had our 15-year anniversary this year. 15 years!
Together! 15 years with this asshole.
What the fuck?
I'm kidding. Mm-hmm. Now you got lipstick.
Thanks. No, I don't.
Anyways, 15 years all together, 5 years married.
Mm-hmm. You guys know what this is. Oh, yeah? But yeah.
Anyways.
It was fun.
What did we do? Oh, we went to Magnolia Grill for dinner. Oh my god, if you guys come down here, you have to go there. It's like homemade Italian. Oh, so good.
It's legit, yeah.
Legitness.
But yeah, we did that.
I think that's all we did, actually.
We went to Ripley's the next day.
Yeah, but I don't think that was like for our anniversary.
No, it was just something to do.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't concerned with doing anything grandiose for our anniversary.
I mean, we probably should have for the 15th anniversary, but...
Right, but it is what it is.
Well, I thought we were going to do like the wood thing. Because I think 15 years was wood, or 5 years was wood.
Mm-hmm. 5 years married.
Yeah, but we didn't.
No.
Look up. Your nose looks bruised.
Oh, it's because it is.
What'd you do?
I had a pimple here earlier today, and I was trying to pop it. It's one of those deep ones, man. Oh my God. I know I'm not alone. It's one of those like tender ones.
Anyways, we went to Ripley's, which was really fun, actually.
Yeah, it was. We were just big kids all day long. They had this like 20D experience, right? Whereas this theater, you go in and you sit in this chair that moves around and rattles and stuff, and then it blows air on you and like.
Plus, you have the 3D glass.
3D glass.
You're trying to shoot shit.
And
you have a gun.
Right, you're shooting like aliens or zombies or something.
Like that.
And we were the only ones in there, and we were dying.
Dude, we were
laughter.
loud.
Oh my God! And so it was hilarious because we got out. And they have like this wall of people that are experiencing wearing like these space age goggles, and like
it's like Worlds of Fun, if anybody knows what that is. Like amusement parks.
Yeah.
They take pictures.
Yeah, they're like they have this wall of people doing it and how much fun they're having, and they posted ours up there. It's like you see all these kids between the ages 8 and 12, and then like
and then you see us like
230 somethings just like
the gog. Oh yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was fun though. All right, on to September.
What did we do in September that was big?
You took a poo.
Mm-hmm. And then I thought, well, you thought of it. You thought of it. It was your idea, really.
What?
To start this.
It was? Are you sure?
Well, I mean, I think you were definitely the spark.
Maybe.
I was just the fuel.
Anyways, we started this podcast.
Yep. Started this for everybody. For us.
You're welcome.
Yep.
You see our faces every Sunday.
Right.
Almost every Sunday.
And this has been another learning experience for us too. Was because like
it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Like we have these conversations and we set these episodes up, and I think we learn something about each other a little bit more each time.
Yeah.
And talk about, well, why should we talk about this, or why was this important? Even this episode here.
Yeah.
We went through
our like 2 hours to not that long.
We went through our entire year, and then we had like 100 things, and then everything down. And even now we're at 30 minutes, but
yeah.
But yeah, it was just it's been really, really good and really therapeutic. I would encourage couples to have some sort of project. It doesn't have to be a podcast, or just do something like that together.
Painting, or something.
Yeah,
make stuff.
A couple friends of ours actually do the Bob Ross painting thing together.
Yeah, Holly and Dustin do.
Yeah,
they also do the booze and reviews. Go check that out. Drink what they drink, watch what they watch.
Wow, I expect a plug. Okay. I expect a plug. I'm just saying.
I didn't say that for a plug.
I'm saying it for a plug.
Oh my God.
October.
It's with my birthday. I turned 29. Stop. Don't put that on there. 23. I was 23.
Mm-hmm.
I look 23.
My God.
Anyways, Matt actually took me to a float spa, which was really freaking cool. Like, we need to do that again.
Which, if you guys don't know what a float spa is, search sensory deprivation tank.
It sounds scary.
But I like that. I like that terminology better. What it is it's about, I think it's 8 or 10 inches of saline salt water.
I thought it was Epsom salt.
Epsom salt?
Yeah.
I'm not.
They put like 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt in there.
It might be that particular type of salt or type of salt, but I don't know. Anyways, it's a big pod, 8 to 10 inches of standing
I'll put
water.
pictures up for that too.
8 to 10 inches of water in the pod, but in that pod of water, there's all that salt. The salt makes you completely buoyant, and it's a trip. Like, you get in there and you shut it.
You're like, this shit's not gonna hold me.
Right, but
It
then
does.
you lay back and your body just does like this. Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just it's the water itself is, I think it's like,
It's your temperature.
right. It's like 95.4 degrees or something, which is the same surface temperature of your skin.
Yeah.
And so the longer you lay still, the more you get this sense of weightlessness, and you just feel nothing, you hear nothing, and you can see absolutely
Well,
nothing.
you hear stuff because you can get music. Didn't you have music?
I did, but I turned it off.
Oh, did you turn it off?
I did, because you looked at me, you did it in an accusing way, like, you had music!
Oh my god, no, we'll play this back. I did not say it like that.
All I'm saying, okay.
Anyways, I had music. I let them pick whatever, and it was like an ocean-y type of music. But it was nice. Butt naked. You have to shower before you get in it and after you get in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want your stank and your soaps and stuff and all your perfumes and stuff in there because they don't take the water out.
They do filter it, though, for an
They
hour
filter it,
before
but they
the
do
next...
not take the water out.
Right. They filter it for an hour before the next person gets in.
Yeah, there's like 4 different rooms that you can do. You can do space room, the ocean room, nature.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
I think that's it.
There's 4 rooms.
The Patriot Room.
The what? Oh, Patriot room.
Yeah. Has like an eagle and an American flag.
I don't want that shit.
I don't know how the two... whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah. But it was cool. It's crazy what your mind does when it's left to wander. If you think about all the things that are going on sensory-wise every day for you, what you see, what you smell, what you taste, what you hear, and all those things, and that information that your brain's processing, why are you looking crazy?
Because I think Matt took some before he went in his pod. Because he said he was seeing people and walking on shit and...
You're in there for an hour, right? And so after about 30, 40 minutes, when I became completely lucid and just comfortable... Are you trying...
Go ahead!
I started to see faces and like textures and weird colors and like
You were hallucinating.
traveling, I guess.
It's called hallucinating.
My eyes were closed and I was aware of what was going on.
But you were seeing things.
Yes,
So would that not be called hallucinating?
I don't know what you would call it. It was an experience.
For sure. I didn't have any of that. I laid there and just was like... I think I passed out a couple times. Like, I fell asleep a couple times. But that was about it.
Yeah.
It was weird for me anyways, because they give you these ear things, obviously, but I get freaked out when my ears are covered up like that in water. I freak out in water with my ears anyways, because of past shit that's happened with my ears. So
Right.
it freaked me out for a long time. Like, I had to sit there and calm myself down, because I was really freaked out actually doing it.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was going to lock me in the pod and take all my shit.
You just be left in there naked.
Yes. Anyways, and then we went to the springs for the first time. That was fun. It was really fucking cold.
Yeah.
Like, it was an ice bath. You slowly inch in, and then once you're like your hips down are like frozen and numb, you're just like, whatever, then you go in.
Yeah, so Florida has all these natural springs, and it was our first time ever going to and the water, it's fresh water, but it's like crystal clear.
Oh my god, it was so cool to see all the fish.
Just glass all the way
Yeah.
down, and it stays like a 55 degrees or something like that year round.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, there were people diving down into the spring where the source is coming from and stuff.
We didn't go to the beach because that's where I wanted to, because I heard that the beach felt like the water felt like bath water, and I didn't want that. Like, it's a hot day, you want to be in cold water, so I thought it was perfect. You could take your animal, like your dog's there. I want to take Loki there to see if he actually gets in.
He'd freak out over the cold, probably
pee
too.
In it. I'm just saying. Didn't Dustin scare me?
I don't know.
I could have swore he popped out of the water, and I didn't even know he was down in the water, because he was diving down to that hole.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Anyways,
Free diving.
That shit was scary.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. Oh, where are we going? Oh, okay.
We're good.
That was it for mine. What did we do for Halloween? Oh, we just went to a maze. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, my friend LaSalle. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry this up because it's 35 minutes already.
Right.
Anyway, so November, my good old buddy, old pal LaSalle came to visit me from Kansas City. Well, she was already going to be down here because her brother was getting married down here. So we were like, hey, let's hang out for a couple days. Mm-hmm. So she came down, and I got to show her the pier, and I took her to AJ's, I think. We went on the boardwalk or the harbor walk. She got to see a sea turtle and jellyfish and all that stuff, which she thought was really cool.
Yeah, I think it's just fun. It's always enjoyable to have friends and family come down and see, why it is we moved here. Yeah. And they're like, oh,
now we understand.
Pretty cool. I don't know.
I took her to the beach and she loved it, the white sand and everything.
Yeah, but
anyways, and then my parents came down in November, which was nice.
Their first time to the Gulf.
Yeah, we did nothing. All they wanted to do was stay at the condo and on the beach. So that's what... I mean, we took them to the Naval Museum, mm-hmm. and we took them to McGuire's.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we took them to the... Well, I went with them to the pier. I took them to the pier.
All right.
But other than that, I mean, they wanted to be on the beach, so let them be on the beach. It was their vacation. I just wanted them to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they had a great time.
Thanksgiving was great this year, too. It was the first year we've had a huge Thanksgiving.
Yeah, usually it's just me, Matt, his mom, and little brother.
Yeah, so usually it's small, just us, but...
We do barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
This year it was massive. I think there was 18 of us. Yes,
oh my god, and there was so much food. There
was.
I had a plate that was this big, and it was empty. I was like, all right, I'm just going to get...
traditional food.
Yeah, I'm going to get a small portion of everything. And so I did that, and I still didn't have enough room on my plate for everything.
Yeah. Oh my god. And Jenny cooked the turkey. She did so good on that turkey.
Best bird I've had.
It was moist.
Mm-hmm. Moist. Yeah, it was legit.
Yeah, it was really good. But we had my cousins from... I always forget where they're from. They're not from there, but they moved there. It was St. Petersburg or St. something.
Saint something. We have a lot of saints in Florida, so pick one.
Charleston. Anyways, they came up. It was my cousin Alicia with her boyfriend, their kids, and his sister, and then Jenny, Olivia, us, and then our friends Holly and Dustin, their kid, and Rebecca came. Mm-hmm. I think that was about it, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was fun, though. I had a blast.
Legit.
Legit, no. All right, babe. What happened in December?
I turned 32.
Do you remember in December?
Don't think that's how it goes.
Simba.
So I turned 32.
Old ass.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm enjoying my 30s, man. But a hell of a lot better than the 20s were.
Not for me.
Really?
Well. Not health-wise.
So you obviously you don't bounce back from stuff as quickly as you did in your 20s, but financially, mentally,
29. Yeah. I could stay at 29 for the rest of my life. I'd be good.
But yeah, it was good. I just had a small collection of my close friends. We had a bonfire, hung out, and yeah, it was awesome.
I made you a stupid cake I bought a cake from a gas station.
So
it was not from the gas station. I got it from Walmart.
From Walmart, and you did it online, right?
Yeah, 3 in the morning when I couldn't sleep.
So, not trying to throw shade at Walmart, but if y'all are looking to get a legit cake, online order Walmart cake, probably not. It tasted great.
Yeah, I'm so glad it tasted good.
It was fucking delicious.
Because I was worried about that. The way it was made was not the cake was not rectangle. It was cut half off.
Amanda could have done the same job herself blindfolded.
I should have. It would have been cheaper. Anyways.
But we also had our Christmas party with my office, which was super cool. Last year it was only 8 of us at the table. This year it was 26 of us. So we continued to grow. Yeah, with spouses and kids.
No.
We made the reservation for like 22 or 23. Do you see the kind of doubt I get? What?
Because there were, okay, Sean, Denise, their 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was Patty.
Mm-hmm.
And then Samantha and Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And then us.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Will,
Mm-hmm.
his wife,
Mm-hmm.
their son.
Mm-hmm.
What's that, 12?
12 or 13, yeah.
12.
Okay.
There was Shanta,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew,
Mm-hmm.
their 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Chris.
Inar. So that's
17.
18.
18.
Not 26.
Well, okay. So it was cool to see it grow from 8 to 18. Thanks for correcting me on that, babe. No, thank you.
I'm just saying, okay, he's really dramatic with his time and numbers, okay?
It was exactly 18 people. And it was really great.
I'm sorry.
Chris,
I love you.
I love you too. Christmas was good too for us. We have kind of a tradition we have set up now.
Yes.
Amanda loves Christmas.
I love traditions.
Loves traditions. So we get together, we hang out, we cook food, eat, then we do presents, and then we go to the beach and watch the sunset. And then we get hot
It was
cocoa.
really nice this year, actually. I didn't have to have a jacket or anything.
Yeah, it was 72 degrees and it
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Then we go to the gas station, or I make hot cocoa, and then we go to this neighborhood. It's called Northgate, and the whole neighborhood
Decorates.
Most, like not all, but most of the neighborhood decorates like this extravagant lights, and so we just go through there. It's like our Christmas in the park.
Not quite as extravagant
We
as
don't have
Christmas.
to donate at the
yeah.
end.
Yeah.
But
There's no free candy either.
no, there is no free candy. But that was fun. And then we come back home, we played some games, and then Matt's mom and little brother left, and that was about it.
And
yeah. To the worst part of our podcast.
so I know a lot of you saw Amanda's post, and we've been talking about it to our close friends and stuff and family, and most of you probably
I have to talk about it. Yeah,
most of you probably know. So we talked about Thor getting his mask removed earlier this year. Also, probably about 3 weeks ago, I noticed that the poor guy was kind of limping a little bit, and I could see that on his joint, like if this is his joint right here, it was kind of like...
There's a bump.
There was a bump or some inflammation, and...
Which I thought maybe it was low-key or something.
Right.
That's my guess.
It's just, he's getting older now. He's 9 years old. I thought maybe he sprained it or dislocated it or something like that. And so I took him to the vet saying, hey, this is what I think happens. He can't really put too much weight on it. I mean, he still walks around and gets around okay, but anyways, the vet said, this, I kind of see a lot of this in like Rottweilers at this age. And so...
Which Rots only live to be 8 to 10 years old. Thor is 9.
So they take him to get x-rayed, and then come back. The vet shows me the x-rays. Again, I just thought this was going to be a sprain or it was dislocated or something. Showed me the x-ray. They actually x-rayed both his left and his right paw. And so on his left paw, she's like, I could see the bone structure, right? So it's like these thick white lines with almost like this honeycomb interior texture that are still pretty defined, like you could tell. In his right paw, the lines are really, really thin, and inside it almost looked like foggy or like fluff from the inside of a pillow. And that determined that he actually has bone cancer.
Aggressive bone cancer.
So
she thinks that he has it in his lungs because that same mass that we cut out. It came back.
Yeah.
And it's growing again.
Yeah. At the same rate, it's just as fast.
And he has all these little bumps on his body that, like, when you feel him, like that one right there, like, you can feel on him, he has, like, these little bumps everywhere.
So, they said, she said that typically when she sees this, she's like, we can do an x-ray if you want, but I'm 99.9% sure that we're just going to find more cancer. If we're just now seeing it in his wrist, we already knew the mass was growing, it's probably all over his body. And we trust her, too. She's great. Dr. Jessie at Companion Animal Hospital.
Companion.
In Fort Walton Beach. So they said that he's going to get probably be around for another 2 to 6 months. And then we'll probably know, when it's time. So that was hard. And
I'm going to let Matt make that decision.
Yeah.
Because this is his first time, like, having to deal with this type of thing. It's like really... It's okay. It's like really hard on him. Like every night, he'll lay down on the floor with Thor and love on him and make sure he's good. It's getting hard for him to come upstairs, and it's getting hard for him to jump on our bed. So we know it's like moving really fast.
Yeah.
He still plays with his bone. He still runs out to the fucking gate and barks at anybody who comes by. Like, he's still him, but you can slowly tell that he's like going downhill. Like, him and Loki don't play anymore. He can't. There's no way. It's hard for him to jump up on the couch sometimes. He usually just lays by the front door. We've been giving him some CBD that our friend Vera let us have.
Yeah, that helps a little bit. We also have some... He's out of the anti-inflammatory stuff now. He's on gabapentin, which the way the vet explained it to me is that the receptor in the brain that says this hurts, that's pain, and the nerve connection to it, the gabapentin somehow blocks that from happening, and so it doesn't... And it also relaxes him and calms him down a little bit.
It's like a sedation.
Sedative a little bit.
That's what it says on there.
Calms him down. So, so we're just going to make the most of it, man.
He's had steak dinners. He gets whatever the hell he wants. Mm-hmm. I give him as much cheese that I probably shouldn't give. He gets bacon. Like, he's...
Spoiled pup.
Yeah. He gets to do whatever he wants. We do not care at this point.
As we've grown in the past 9... I mean, we got him at 5 months, and as we've grown from...
4 months, but sorry.
From 4 months on...
He was the best puppy ever.
Yeah, he's grown with us. I mean, so when we look back on our lives and how much has changed from us when we first got him living in a fucking townhome and that we were renting in Blue Springs at the time, you know, and things weren't great, to now it's you know, so that's a part of it too.
Yeah, but him riding with us down here to Florida, he was like scrunched like a little ball in the middle of us. Mm-hmm. That was cute. Yeah,
and the U-Haul for 20 hours.
Yeah. He's the best pup ever. Like, it can't get no better than him. Yeah. When the time comes, I mean, he's going to be missed very, 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 very much.
Yep. So and wrapping it up.
Sorry, we took the end.
Right. Kind of lasted a little bit longer, and sorry we ended on a bad note. But, I mean, I made us like, how do you want to end this? And I was like, just final thoughts, you know, once we actually... Because we didn't have this kind of conversation, and we just had topics that we talked about last night.
Right.
And I think between, you know, the news about Thor and then the time with Amanda at the beginning of this year and stuff, I think the big takeaway I've had from 2019 is just to appreciate every moment you have with the people you care about. And make every moment you have with them matter, and because it's important, man. You don't know, not every moment's promised. So
my final thoughts. I don't know. I did a lot of growing, not a lot, but to me, I have.
I think you have.
And there's certain things that I want to do in 2020 that I feel like I haven't done. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not confident in myself with anything. Like, if we have conversation with friends, I typically don't say anything. Because I don't like the whole arguing thing. Like, them telling me I'm wrong when I know I'm right.
Debating.
Yes, I can't take that. Because then I don't make them, like, look shit up and do all that shit. But for me, like, I have to do that because I have to prove a point. Because I feel like if I don't do that, then I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Really. But I want to be more confident in myself. I want to, I don't know.
Continue to grow.
Continue to grow. Get people out of my life that I don't need in my life. I need to not bring people back into my life that I wanted in my life in 2019. I want to start fresh. I want just to do better. To be better.
So I think we're talking about possibly doing this next episode too, talking about what our goals are for 2020. And we'll have a little set list probably for that too. But overall, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. This has been a good episode for us. And like I said, I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. It was cool for us.
Sorry, it's like 50 minutes long.
Yeah, it's almost an hour. But happy hour. That's how it started. Here we are again.
We wanted to do hour segments.
Right. And then we're
doing it.
Here we are.
We're trying to cut down to like 30 minutes. It doesn't happen on some things.
Right. So as usual, click it.
It's like it, click it, share it.
Like it, click it, share it.
You should know this by now. Look at your bruised nose.
I'm telling you, it's this pimple, man. Everybody gets them, okay? I'm not alone out there. Everybody knows when they, like, scratch their nose or something. Like, oh, no, that's going to hurt. So I was trying to get it.
We went and saw a movie last night. Don't see Uncut Gems.
Yeah, that should be our final thoughts. Whatever you do, do not see the new Adam Sandler movie, Uncut
I
Gems.
love Adam Sandler, too.
Oh,
Don't
my
go
God.
see
It is the...
We were about to walk out within 30 minutes of the movie. Well, an hour. Because it's 2 hours long.
We stuck it out, hoping it would be great. I'm now angry at myself that I didn't leave.
We should have left.
Terrible.
And this guy, right? So, he gets... I have to.
Okay.
He buys candy and a drink, right? I'm using the restroom. He's going to go do that. Come back. We came back and then went to the movie, right? Sitting down, and I'm like, ah! And I look down, oh, red vines. Cool. Where's my candy? Well, I thought you liked red vines. No.
What am I talking about?
Thought you liked red vines. I've never eaten any of his red vines. I do not like red vines. And then I'm like, oh, yes, a large drink. I'm so thirsty, so parched, right? And I'm like, what'd you get to drink? Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Mr. Pibb? Why did you get Mr. Pibb? And he's like, because I didn't like any of the other stuff, and I figured you'd like this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Mr. Pibb. What is that?
It's like Dr. Pepper.
And it clicked in his head, Dr. Pepper. Amanda hates. Can't stand the taste of Dr. Pepper. So I was dry mouth throughout the entire movie theater with no candy, no drink. Watching a horrible movie.
I felt immediately bad, and I offered to go dump it out and get something else. I was even going to buy some different candy.
I didn't want him to get back up and do that. I didn't want him to do that.
But I should have anyways.
That's your
on
opinion.
Me. Yeah. Anyways, wrapping up this episode.
Don't see Uncut Gems.
Don't see Uncut Gems. Stay close to the ones you care about. Appreciate every moment.
All right. And what's our say?
Like it, click it, share it.
There you go.
All right, guys. Till next week. Till next year, actually.
Next year.
Happy New Year. In the meantime,
Happy
stay
New
safe.
Year! Yeah, don't drink and drive. People in Fort Walton Beach, Destin, whatever, I don't drink, so if y'all need rides, call me. I will pick you up and take you wherever you need to go. I do it every year.
Within reason, not wherever. Like when you go back to KC, then.
Well, seriously, babe.
Till next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This is where it takes forever. Hey, hey, hey.